Hi there, this is AniBusiness with your friend Simeon. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. I don't like wasting our time when it comes to creating something good for you. So in this video, let's talk about how to have a profitable pig farming, raising some certain set of pigs for sales, for pork. There is difference between raising pig for other farmers to come and buy. Like we raise piglets to some certain level, to some certain stage, to some months or weeks before we sell them out to other farmers. We raise a sow, which is a female one, to some level, get her crossed. When she's pregnant, then we sell her as a pregnant pig to other farmers. We as well raise piglets to a grower level, then we sell it to other farmers that are interested in buying them to go and raise. Then we raise some to some point of crossing, point of mating, then we sell them to other farmers to come and buy, then take care of them at their own farm, right? It is a two-way business in pig farming. Either your farming is for production, which is multiplying for other farmers, or your farming is a multi-purpose. You produce for meat and you produce to sell to other farmers. So depending on how you are doing it, but I believe most of us are into multi-purpose pig farming. So we produce for other farmers and we also produce for meat. Now let's talk about the meat part, how we can make money when it comes to raising pig to some level. Then we sell them out to butchers, buyers to come and buy, then they butcher them for pork meat and they sell it. So how we can make money doing this kind of business is what I want us to discuss. If you are new on my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever time I have something like this for you. In this video, I'm going to tell you what particular stage you should raise your pig to before you sell them out. I'm going to tell you the cost of selling them and we are going to calculate together in this video. Then I will tell you the number of kilo, a certain kilo you must reach, that won't make you to overspend or that won't make you to lose profit at the end of the day, which should be enough for you. First, we start with the feeding aspect. When you have a pig, a set of pigs you want to raise to sell them for butchers, you want to sell them for pork, you want to raise them to some certain point, you feed them. You could feed them 3 times in a day, you could feed them twice in a day, but you make sure they eat enough so as to maintain their weight and their growth. If you are starving them, if they are stressing too much or crying for feed time to time, when you come in the morning before you start sweeping or taking care of your compound, your pig would have started crying, start stressing themselves, eagering to get food. All those things are making them to shed weight. But when you come early in the morning and you take care of that place, before they start crying for food, you give them food. Or rather, before they start looking for food, even if you come late, you give them a token to manage to eat. Then you start preparing their compound before you feed them normally is one of the best way. And in the evening time, I would advise you that you let your pig, the pig you are raising, it could be, let's just say the pig you are raising for fattening, those one you want them to grow bigger before you sell them. You feed them lately in the evening, between that 5 to 6 o'clock in the evening. Did you know the reason why I'm advising you that you should feed them around 5 to 6 in the evening? That's because after eating that feed, they won't get the time to be playing, be running around, shedding the weight or wasting the feed you give them. They will go straight to a place to relax, and when they relax, within some minutes or few hours, they are going to sleep. It will be darkened and pig will go to rest. They are just like human, they will go to rest. So the feed will have space to sit in them and they will absorb all the nutrients. Their body system will absorb all the nutrients, and that will help them to maintain their weight and also help them to maintain the growth steadily. So that is that about feed. Let's now go into the cost of raising, how much profit you can make at the end of the day. This is where we are now going to calculate. I would likely advise that if you are making a pig feed, and if you think it is too expensive, you can find one way or the other. You can introduce cassava peels. These ones are cheaper. It could be a refreshment for them in the afternoon, or you try to get them other leaves like I advised in my previous video. If you are not capable of feeding them 3 times in a day, so you can find either one of these to give to your pig so that they can survive on and maintain the same weight before you give them the evening food. In the process of raising them, you should know that the cost of making your feed shouldn't be at least more than 150 naira to 200. 200 is even higher per kilo. The amount you should make your feed In Nigeria, if you want to make profit when it comes to raising those pigs for meat, I'm talking particularly about raising pig for meat. So when it comes to raising pig for meat, and you are formulating feed, you are buying feed for them, the cost per kilo shouldn't be more than either 150 naira or 200 naira. Like I said, 200 naira is still on the higher side, but it is something that you can still manage to earn profit at the end of the day. How will you now calculate to get how much your feed cost by kilo? It is not hard. You just divide 80 kilo by 10,000 naira. It will give you either 80 naira or give you either 50 naira. That will tell you the cost of your feed per kilo. And if you are buying in 1 ton, that is 1,000 kg, maybe you spend 200,000 naira in buying 1,000 kg, or you spend 290,000 naira in buying 1,000 kilo, then all you do is very, very easy. That is 1,000 kg divided by 190,000 naira. This will give you the cost of each kilo per naira. So I'm calculating in naira. For those who are not in Nigeria, I believe you have your own currency. We have cedis, we have shillings, right? If I did not get it wrong. So when you now do the amount, what are we not going to do? We'll now guess how many kg our pigs eat in a day. If we scale per kg is good, but I do advise that we feed them until they are satisfied. So just have the target. But for example, if we should do rough estimate, if your pig, a single pig, is eating 1 kilo per day, then you should know that that pig is eating 150 naira per day. That pig is eating 200 naira per day. But in most cases, some of us don't know this thing, like the cost of each feed per kilo. We don't know. So some of us are buying expensive food of 300 naira per kg. For instance, now, if the farming is not going to be profitable, let's calculate in this way. You buy your feed and the cost of a kilo is 300 naira. Now, a single pig is eating 1 kilo of feed, which is 300 naira. Let's now multiply. In a month, that pig is going to be eating 300 naira times 31. Take your calculation. This is the time we are going to calculate. The pig is eating 1 kilo per day, and your feed cost, a single kilo cost you 300 naira. Now the pig is now eating 1 kilo per day. In 31 days, the pig is going to eat 300 naira times 31. You have your answer there with you. That is 1 month, right? And you are raising your pig for 6 months. Now the amount you get, which is your answer, times 6, which is 6 months. It will give you roughly about, that is 55,500 naira if I do not get it wrong, or 55,000 plus. You are going to have that. Now keep that answer aside. You now raise your pig to a certain level. Maybe in 6 months your pigs weigh 70 kilo. Now in your area they are buying pig at the rate of 1,050 naira. That is Nigeria currency. Please, if you are watching me from any other part, you could just follow the same thing. The thing is not different. Just use your currency to calculate. It's as simple as that. So you will now multiply 70 times 1,050 naira, which they buy it in your area. That is number of kilo times amount they are buying the pig in your area. So when you multiply, I believe you are going to have up to 70 something thousand naira. It is now time for us to get the profit. We already know that in 6 months we spent 55,500 naira on a single pig. After that 6 months, we sell the pigs at 70 something thousand naira. Let's now calculate. The calculation is going to be 70,000 plus, or 70,500, 70,300 naira you get. I don't know, but 70,000 naira minus the 55,000 naira you spend, you are going to have up to 18,000 naira, or 18 plus, or 17 plus, if the calculation is not wrong. So with this, yourself is not going to be satisfied, because how much you make in 6 months is very, very low. If you divide 18,000 naira by 6, you are just making something like 4,000 naira per month. That is not a good profit for a farmer that wants to have a profitable farming, selling pork meat, pork pigs that are meant for killing, for butchers to come and buy and kill. So it's not profitable. But do this calculation. If your feed, you are buying your feed at the rate of 150 naira per kilo, you are going to see that the profit you are going to get will be on the higher side. So when coming to make pig formula, we should be mindful of the kind of pigs we are buying, because of the targets we have. So be mindful of the kind of feed you use. So the kind of feed you use, the lesser the cost, the higher the profit you make. And pigs, they eat almost everything, and if you are feeding them with good thing, no matter how cheap it is, and they are eating consistently, they are going to maintain their body weight and they are going to get fat. But the main thing about this thing is have a very good breed that will give you a result in a short time. Now let's come to what stage you should raise them to. When you have your pig, the pig you are raising, the pig you stock that you want to feed to some certain point before you sell them, you should know that we don't raise those pigs more than 6-7 months. Highest 6-7 months is enough. They will get some kilo, and that kilo will be enough. Then you sell them off. So when you sell them off, you make your profit, you continue with the rest that are coming. While preparing this one, others will be on the ground coming, so that you don't run out of sales at your farm. So that is just how to make money in this business. So when coming to raise pig to a level before selling them for pork meat, you don't raise them more than 6-7 months. The highest, maybe the highest, you can raise to 8 months, and that should be enough for you. Then you sell them out, you continue with the rest. So how many kilo are you likely going to get when you raise your pigs to something like 6-7 months? It is likely for you to get 70 kilo, 80 kilo or 90 kilo when you raise them, but that has to do with the kind of breed you have. If you don't have a very good breed, I repeat, there is no how you can attain that number of kilo in just 6 months. If you're having a local breed that are very low in quality, if you watch a lot of my videos, you will understand what I'm saying. I've been talking about this thing, emphasizing on it time to time. So if you have a correct breed, you're going to have a good result. But if you have a mixed breed that is not correct enough, then you might likely not get this kilo within this short time you want to raise them, then make money. So if you have a very good breed, if you raise them to something like 6 months, at lowest you are going to be having 70 kilo, and you're going to be having 80 kilo. And if you're able to raise them to some level, it is likely and possible for you to have almost 100 kilo, but that depends on the kind of breed and the kind of feed they are eating. So that is that about having a profitable pig farming, rearing some certain number of pig for sales. So if you don't have a very good target, like I said from the beginning, there is no how you are going to make money when it comes to this business. This business is profitable, but you have to target well and you have to plan it very well. If you don't plan it very well, there's no how you are going to make money. I am Simeon O. James. So all I deal with is agriculture, livestock agriculture precisely. I deal with crops too, but my focus is more on livestock. So this channel is here to assist you in being successful in your farming and to help you grow your farm very well. So for consultation, you can reach out to me through the number you are seeing on the screen. Thank you for watching.